Welcome to CSGuitars, the science of loud. We're on the floor at NAMM 2020 and I'm at the Lewitt booth because there's some interesting new things going on. Project 1040, is that correct?
Yes, Project 1040. We call it Project 1040 because it's not a finished product yet. It's in project stage, but we want to open it up for the public because we want to get valuable feedback and opinion of our users. It's a really interesting thing. What we have right here is a 3D printed prototype, but fully functional. We have 4 of these right now. And we are touring several studios around NAMM. We'll stay a little bit longer, tour other studios, give them out to producers and engineers. You can also sign up on our website, Project 1040, and a few ones will get a hardware prototype, if you're the lucky chosen ones. And for all the others, you can follow the journey, and there will be a lot of online listening tests, sound surveys. We already did one like a half year ago with 2,500 participants, a sound preference study, scientific stuff. And I have to say, statistically, musicians were more consistent than engineers, which I think we should change.
That's unusual. Musicians usually aren't consistent in anything.
It was unpleasantly surprising. I mean, good for you, but yeah. So the thing is, this is our 10th anniversary, and we're really happy to be at this stage because this literally has been in the making for 10 years, on and off. Wow. We want to do a microphone system that covers all the bases. Like if you're usually, especially if you record a singer or vocalist, you start with a mic shootout that can be cumbersome, sometimes nothing works, and it's also time consuming. Yeah. And we wanted to make a microphone system that really gives you all the possibilities you might want to. So if a singer comes in and maybe let's say he's a little bit bright, you click a button, oh, nice. So what we have here is a tube, or as you say, valve. Microphone, inside the microphone, which has 4 distinct paths you can switch here. This is also why we have this ridiculous 12-pin connector.
Oh, that's a lot of pins, a lot of connections there.
It was fun to source the connectors, but thanks to Neutrik we got some. Yeah. And to be even more versatile, we also added an FET path, which is always very precise and clean. And we have 4 distinct tube characteristics which you can switch here. And we have clear, which is low saturation and low noise, and also not a lot of color. Warm, which reacts less to high frequencies. So if someone is like sibilance or something, you can just
you can knock that down.
Yeah. And then we have saturated, which has an additional gain stage in front of the tube, really pushing those harmonics.
So you can crush things with that.
Yes. At the moment, you literally can crush things. So I think we have to tone it a little bit down. But yeah, because sometimes in tube microphones, the tube only changes the impedance, and it's not really audible. So we wanted to change that. And then we have dark, which is, I would say, like a little time travel. It immediately sounds a little bit older, very pleasant. And the interesting thing is, those change on the tube side, but the FET stays. And you can have a mix here between tube and FET. So if maybe dark is a little bit too dark, you can get a little bit of brightness back. So this makes it really versatile. But also, we wanted to give the user more options. So we have a distinctive output for the FET, which is always the FET path, and then we have one for the mix. So if you set it 100% tube, you can record tube and FET separately, or you can just make the mix the way you like it, record one channel and commit. We've got low cuts, pads, and the interesting thing is, because with all those functionalities, you want to be able to hear them while you make the changes, right?
Yeah, sure.
Which is why we made a remote.
And that's a digital remote that can be controlled over XLR?
Yes, standard XLR, you can go through your patch bay, have this on your desk, sit in your sweet spot, dial in the sound, have the PSU with all the analog stuff and the microphone in the recording booth over there or the recording room. And yeah,
that's a system that a lot of engineers are going to love.
Yeah, the feedback so far has been really positive. And what we are doing right now is, besides opening it up to the public, is we are also touring and visiting several studios, giving out prototypes to engineers and producers to get all the feedback we can, to really do the fine-tuning and tweaking to get the finished product right where it should be. We already recorded like so many genres and different voices and instruments, and we collect all of that, and there will be online listening tests where we need your valuable input, and it's obviously scientific blind tests, because we also want to decide between, right now we're at two tubes, so we have the 12AX7 and the 12AY7. We like both, but it's hard to decide.
So you're just trying to get the little fine details down from the advice you're getting from people who are going to be using this product day in, day out.
Yes, and we want the feedback from people that record every day. You know that I would love to record every day, but most of the time I spend in the office and write emails.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan.
And the feedback so far, has it been good?
Yeah, it's been really positive. Especially the remote feature and how quick you can change the sound. I mean, it was pleasantly surprising how good people react on this project.
Fantastic. And when will this be available? Can you give me any sort of indication of that whatsoever?
End of the year.
End of the year.
I won't be more specific, but end of the year should.
Okay. So once you've got all your feedback and your sound tests and you've made your little changes, somewhere towards the end of the year, this should be ready.
Yes.
Fantastic. So look out for this coming towards the end of the year. If you want to give your own feedback, if you want to listen to those tests and help the production of this, perhaps speed it along a bit, link will be in the description and on screen right now, so you can go there and help out Lewitt with this Project 1040. Thank you very much for talking me through this.
Thanks for dropping by.
No problem. You too. CSGuitars signing off.
I saw you did a video with Colin, CSGuitars, and I saw that you have something new here at your booth. Can you maybe tell me what it is, Gabriel?